Okay. And to make sure this went out correctly. Oh, it might help if I hit the share button. Tweet. And we're good. Okay. Hey, Lily. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Nivi. Hey, Miley. Hey, Courtney. How's everybody doing today? Haley. Haley and hey, Lily. Hey, Sarah. I don't mind this beautiful zit that I have literally right in the middle of my forehead. It's nice. Hey, Monita. I am feeling better, thank you. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing? Hey, Chantel. Hey, V-Net. Everybody having a good Wednesday so far? Thursday? Everybody having a good Thursday so far? Don't know why I thought it was Wednesday. Oh, I think I tweeted out T-Talk Tuesday too. Or did I say T-Talk Thursday? I don't even know anymore. I'm good. Getting ready to do my home exercises. Very nice. Toothpaste tonight. I bet we'll get rid of it. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like the redness now needs to go away. Hey, Missy. Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. You did Tuesday. Oh. Well, happy T-Talk Tuesday on Thursday. Clearly, I wasn't thinking when I did everything. I feel like today is Friday. I know. Like, it could be Friday. Hey, Kate. I just got out of the pool. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'm jealous. You said Tuesday. I just got so confused. Okay, yeah. Happy late Tuesday. I thought it was Saturday all day. I mean, it would be nice if it was Saturday, not gonna lie. You were close. It was a T day, right? I know. I mean, it starts with a T, it ends in day. There's a U in both of them. There's just a couple letters that are off. It's been a long week. It has been a long week. Today felt like Monday for me. It was such a long day. Yeah, I know how you feel. Hey, Eric, how's it going? All right, so what's going on? What does everybody want to talk about today? Let's see here. We'll do a little correction here. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Nana. Having a shitty day. Lost the key to my new car. $380 to replace the fob. Oh, yeah. I know how that goes. I had one of mine stop working before, and it was $350 for the key and then $125 an hour for them to program it, and apparently it took 2 hours to program. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Thankfully, I had a spare one. It's good. I miss you. Oh, I miss you too, Eric. One of these days, I'll come back out into the public again. Sanders Kennedy being a trash box. Yeah, I did see people are calling out Sanders for his video. So much to talk about. All right, Sarah, will you list some things off? Did you watch Nick's newest video? I did see Nick's newest video. Sounds like he has some closure in his life, so that's good for him. Have you heard about the Without a Crystal Ball drama? Tiffany, I have not. Did you tweet this? Yes, I did, Kate. I tweeted it and I said, come join me live for Tea Talk Tuesday. when apparently it is Thursday. I'm so tired of blow drying hair in a mask. Can we talk about Aaron Glyphoy? Is that Aaron? Is that the Aaron from the Vlog Squad? Hey, Crystal. Yikes, trash box is kind of hard. I agree, Chantel. I agree. Hey, Kathy. Sanders Kennedy, trash box is correct. Sanders is trash. There's some mixed feelings about Sanders. And we watched his video on my stream, on my Twitch stream. And I said in the thing, like, the stream, like, I wasn't surprised that, there was an investigation, because he said in it, like, I mean, I can pull back up that stream and watch the video again. And he said that there was a criminal investigation, and I know that he went back and edited that out. And even in that stream, I, like, during an ad break, I Googled, like,
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network. You might want to check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
I'm not talking to you, Google. You stop it. I will say I searched online through a website, Shane Dawson investigation, and I couldn't find anything. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe nothing is published yet or whatever. But I also said in the thing, it's like, okay, like, Sanders has been doing this for a long time, and I don't know if he would put, like, his reputation and his channel on the line coming out saying that there's an investigation if there actually wasn't. And then he went and, like, inserted that voice recording where they said, like, there's, like, a suspicious circumstance investigation or whatever. And basically that was like, okay, we've gotten people who've called in with complaints, but we don't have, like, an actual, like, victim coming forward. So there's really nothing that we could do. So I'm like, okay, so, I mean, are we using this as clickbait, or, like, what's going on? But I'm just like, why would he put his reputation and channel on the line just to be able to have a title like that and to say that in his video? So I don't know. He's definitely getting dragged for it, for sure. Hey, pretty. He lied like a damn rug. He might be nice, but he needs to be 100% more accurate. Yeah. There's nothing wrong. Or there's nothing because there's no investigation. He called the front desk and got a random phone number and ran with it for money. They all listen. And I heard my husband. My husband say something about DJ Khaled, and she just starts playing me. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? I'm confused. Well, and, like, I don't even know. Like, I have my A1 up here. I don't even know why I have an A and a G both plugged in on my desk. Maybe so, like, if one's not working, I can use the other one. But I'm like, why do I need them both right next to each other? Hey, Marie. Afternoon, everyone. I am early, just got the notification. Hey, Mary. Technically, we're all 2 days late, since even my tweet and the title of my live says Tea Talk Tuesday, because I forgot that it was Thursday when I was typing it out. He thought there was because of all the stuff that he sent to the police. Could be. That voice recording was absolutely nothing, and the officer didn't even identify himself, and it's illegal to record anyone without their knowledge. In California, two-party state, so you have to have twice. I believe that you both have to be in California, and since he's in New York, New York is a one-party state, so you can record everything in New York for your records, I believe, if I understand the law correctly. So you don't need two-party consent to be able to release it in the state of New York, because that's where he resides. I believe, if that's how I'm understanding the law correctly. Maybe he jumped the gun. I think he did a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Full of Coco did a video on Sanders Kennedy. I'll have to go check that out. Someone said police officer that leaked news to Sanders was fired. I think I heard it on Coco. Okay, I'll have to go listen to Flo's Coco's video. Just look on Twitter about Without a Crystal Ball. So many people are calling out for saying that info from her sources was 100% true, even though she just quoted Sanders' video before he edited it. Oh, so she's getting called out for basically the same thing that people are calling Sanders out for. Hey, Diane. Yes, I am feeling much better. Thank you. No, the two-party state defaults. Oh, okay. Well, that is interesting then, because then he could be, sued for releasing those things if that's the case. If two-party consent overrules your state, so that I mean, who knows what'll happen then? Oh, then Pretty saying he's in New York, it's fine. If he called California, the two-party state applies. So then if somebody from California calls him, does it not apply? Would it go down to the one party? I think I've heard that you can always record police. Hey, Smudge. Yes, I am live. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm here. And apparently I still think it's Tuesday, if you haven't noticed the title of this video. Without a Crystal Ball seems strained to investigate drama if you understand it. If two-party applies, I think he'll be in trouble for some of the Jeffree stuff too. Yeah, that's true, Hillary. Like, if the two-party stuff applies in New York, then Jeffree can easily just send a privacy takedown of any video that he has with the voice recordings of Jeffree Star. Sanders seems so happy when he was talking, like he's obsessed. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of the videos because he's been putting out a lot on the subject, and I just haven't had time to go through. But I know, I saw Trisha's video where she talked about him, and I guess he's done 12 or 15 videos about Shane in the past 2 weeks. Maybe because it's two states, and wouldn't it fall under federal law then? And it could be too, Sarah. Yeah, it might not apply to state law. It might go under federal law since it's across state lines. He absolutely can. And as far as recording a police officer, you can videotape them, but recording them without their knowledge, there can be ramifications. I don't know. There's just so many laws, and yeah, I'm wondering would it fall under federal jurisdiction versus state since it's across state lines? Hey, Jojo. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Thank you, Lily. I don't know if any of us are attorneys or I don't think any of us are attorneys. Actually, no. Yeah, I know I'm definitely not an attorney, and I just try to know the law as best I can, and I try to make sure that I just don't say anything that would get me in trouble with the law. Really, that conspiracy video that I did about Tati and my conspiracy on was she the mastermind? I tried to make sure that I said multiple times this is just my conspiracy. None of this is proven. It's all alleged. It's just my opinion. So hopefully she doesn't come and sue me. Hey, Shy. Hey, caller. It's not just you. This whole week is off. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. Exactly. She's not backing down either. She's still claiming that her sources, Sanders is right. My stupid phone locked up. Locked me on. I had to restart. Oh, no. Well, as long as your cat didn't steal your phone. I thought it was Friday. I have the count just a sec. Perfect. Thank you, Shy. He did 20. I work at paralegals, so we've been talking about this literally all day. So then does federal law not trump state law then when it comes across state lines? I'm actually going to study law soon, so I'll bring this up with my professor. Perfect. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, Desk Guy. Smart. Definitely don't want anything to say as fact. If you don't know or if it's not true. Yeah, I made sure right in the beginning of that video, I was like, this is just my conspiracy. It's all alleged. It's just my opinion. Like, could this be possible? I'm not saying any of this is fact. So, I just heard that Sanders and Trisha eloped to Vegas and got married. What? I have not heard that. Did Trisha make a video? It could have been his friend. He never played the entire call from start to finish. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know technically who was on the voice call with Sanders. I mean, it could have technically been anybody. I didn't hear any like identification or anything. I feel like, you know, if you're gonna have come out like with your proof, you would release the whole call of you calling them, answering the phone, and be like, "Thanks for calling the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department," or whatever. But then again, I mean, you can literally call anybody and just have them read a script for you. So, Cat is outside with me on his leash. Okay. I'm pretty sure if it crosses state lines, it turns federal. Hey, Leela. Maybe Sanders asked the LAPD for permission. I mean, he could have. California decision confirms that states with restrictive eavesdropping laws will not hesitate to enforce those laws against interstate callers. Okay. Hey, Jennifer. Just with the thumbnails and titles, not context, and not from a statement. From the date of Tati's Blundeful vid, he's done 13 Shane, 24 Jeffree, 9 Jacqueline, 8 James, and 5 Trisha. I think he's enjoying himself too much. That's my opinion, allegedly. I mean, it is prime time. Like, you know, we're in Dramageddon 3/Carmageddon. I know that ad rates are going back up since companies are starting to advertise again, since people are being able to go out and about, even though they really shouldn't be. My opinion, you're allowed to have your own opinion, but I honestly think that with what's going on, it's going to come to the point where we're going to have to do a countrywide lockdown. And then at that point, like, I think people are absolutely going to lose it. Like, I was off work for almost 3 months and I left my house 4 times because I was like, I'm not, you know, going to put myself at risk. So I was like, I know when I go back to work, I'm going to have to be around hundreds, if not thousands of people a day. So why would I put myself at risk now when I could stay at home and protect myself? But I think it's going to end up getting a lot worse than what it is now. And then people are really going to lose it because people still think that there is no virus at all. I'm like, how can you think that there's not a virus at all? Like, you can have your opinion and say that it's not a big deal, but at least acknowledge the fact that there is one. He does look so much excited to do these videos. Too much. Hey, Price. Not to mention, Sanders said that he called and identified him as press, but his recording didn't show how he introduced himself to the officer, nor the officer acknowledging to speak to press. Yeah, that's true, Missy. In Florida, we have big corona problems down here. Oh, yeah. I saw Florida, Texas, Arizona. People are going to go. They already are. Exactly. New Jersey is getting better with corona again. Well, that is good. Well, but like New Jersey and like New York and like all those places that actually did like a pretty heavy mandate lockdown, you know, they're getting better. But of course, all these other areas that like reopened and they're like, let's just not even worry about it, are the ones that are doing worse. I work in retail, got called back into work today. I'm scared. Yeah, I mean, just wear your mask and try to stay away from people as much as you can. You just got to talk a lot louder. Okay, so, So am I wrong in thinking maybe somebody should have asked if there's ever been a report or ever an investigation? I know reaching some. I know like a lot of channels have reached out to the sheriff's department for a statement asking about it, and they've all come back and said no, there's nothing going on. Oh, sorry, I mean worse. Oh, New Jersey's getting worse. Absolutely, it's going to explode more than it is. People are calling me an essential worker. I do hair. Right, like I did not get my hair cut. I was going to get my hair cut literally like right before we locked down. And as you could see in my videos and my other lives, how long my hair had gotten. And even I think the hair place that I went to was open like a month before I even went there. And they require you to wear your mask while you're getting your hair cut. They will not let you in unless you are getting your hair cut or paying or you're stopping in to say, hey, I'm here. And then they make you wait outside. People think it's a joke. I know, it's sad. Hayes Perry just tuned in. What have I missed? We're just talking about Sanders and the current state of the world. What if Sanders is the one who reported Shane? Well, I know that he did send in, he said that he sent in everything that he has received to the police department. We've had a few spikes recently in New Jersey, but it's better than it was. Gonna get worse with the kids going back to school in August. Yeah, and now Trump's like, the requirements or the CDC guidelines are too strict to let kids go back. And I'm like, I can understand like the food situation, like not having a cafeteria lunch. Like you have to figure out a way to be able to do that and just spread everybody out. Maybe do like 5 or 6 lunch periods instead of just like 2. I don't know how many they do these days, but when I went to school, we had 2 lunch periods where it was like 500 people at a time. But I can understand that, there's people that depend on those school lunches to be able to eat. So they have to figure out a way to get that to work. But I mean, to require kids to have masks or to, social distance 6 feet apart, like even if they have to go, 3 days 1 week and 2 days the next and alternate back and forth, so there's less people in the school, like I'm sure they can get something figured out. But I mean, they got to get it figured out before they send all these kids back to school. Sanders recording didn't even show the officer identifying himself as officer of the law. That recording could have been anyone doing Sanders a favor. Yeah, I mean, it could have been. Oops. Oh, I'm running behind here. Well, I cut my own hair today, so I consider you essential. I tried to just buzz my head when I was locked down, but I couldn't buy clippers anywhere. They were sold out. People are already losing it, going nuts, staying at home as long as they can, working remotely. Yeah, people are losing it. Hey, Chloe. I'm still modified shelter in place since March. Like, I mean, I enjoyed my lockdown. I'm not going to lie. I had fun. I live in a super, super small town, and the whole time we were on lockdown, we only had 30 cases. Now that it's summer, we have 150 cases. Well, and remember when everyone's like, oh, well, it kills heat. Well, it's been over like 100 degrees in Arizona, like every day for this week and even before this week. And it's like, so apparently heat doesn't kill it. California has parts that never really shut down. Hey, no name. Did I carry some Lysol spray around? Oh, yeah, I always have hand sanitizer with me, too. I live in the Redwoods, so it's a big tourist spot. So it's getting so bad. Well, yeah, and like Trump was just at Mount Rushmore for the 4th of July, so I'm assuming cases in the state of South Dakota are going to spike up now, too. I was never off work, but I'm also a 911 dispatcher. I mean, at least with that though, like, I believe you're like in like a building, like, and you have like your own space, right? So at least you're not like out like in public with a bunch of other people. And in South Florida, we have limited ICU beds. People are not taking this seriously. Oh yeah, I saw on the news that I think they said like there's only 11. Was it Florida or Texas? It was either Florida or Texas. If there's only like 11 ICU beds left in like the entire state or something. No, I meant worse. They're going to close restaurants down again. I heard people are going to cancel Halloween. Oh, okay. I would pull my kid from school and homeschool them. Yeah, I think like my sisters, as of right now, all of their kids, from what I know, they're not letting them go back to school. There are 1,800 kids in my daughter's high school at Germs Glory. Oh, yeah. I mean, on a regular basis, the germs that come home, but let alone like now this whole situation. I'm in New York and we're in phase 4. I'm still not going out unless it's for food. Have you guys heard about Naya Riviera, the lake with her son? Yes, I did see that. I know like some people are like, okay, this sounds super suspicious. Other people are like, it's sad. I mean, it's definitely sad. And people are like, well, how did that kid get back on the boat by himself? So what I'm thinking is like maybe, she was helping him and got him back on the boat. And they said that there's like lots of like logs and stuff underneath there. So who knows if like maybe like her foot got caught in like a log that was like traveling underneath the boat or something. I mean, it's sad to think about. I mean, they're saying that it's now turning into a recovery mission instead of a rescue mission. But I'm still, hopes out there that they do find her safely. I live in Cape Cod, and the amount of tourists here not wearing masks is freaking me out. My kids have been doing virtual school for 4 to 5 years now. Very nice. We choose online school for next year. It sucks, but it's so bad here. Yeah, I mean, you have to think of like what's best for like the health of you and for your kids. Like I know now that they're saying like there's like potential like brain damage that can happen, people needing lung transplants after they've recovered. So I mean, it definitely has like a lot more serious side effects than the flu does. My brother's high school, they just operate a food pantry. All the schools on lockdown. They should just do that. So scared about people being forced to go back. Mm-hmm. Hey, Melanie. We had food service that makes lunches and bus drives deliver them and to the kids at the bus stop. That way they still got food. Oh, that's a good idea. I leave the house to go to the hospital for my physical therapy. I always wear my mask. Excuse me. How's your knee doing, Zoe? Heat does not kill that. That's Trump's imagination. Yeah, I think I saw something where it's like it's got to be. I think it said like 132 degrees Celsius is the temperature that it needs, not Fahrenheit, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like 132 degrees Celsius. I know I read something and it was in Celsius and it was not in Fahrenheit. Yes, big news all over my timeline. They presumed her dad. Mm-hmm. One of my friend's daughters is a dispatcher and she just tested positive in Austin. Oh no. Well, I saw that the state capital in Mississippi, they were doing in-person legislator work and they all basically just refused to wear masks. And now there's like over 26 of their state legislator department that have all tested positive because they refuse to wear masks. And I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people? One of my friends, I live in Metro Phoenix and it's been 100+ degrees. The only thing that's a huge problem for me is the heat with my mask on. Which I wear even inside my USPS job. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, obviously the hotter it gets, the harder, it will be to breathe with like the mask just because, just heat in general. But at least you don't have like a ton of humidity down there on top of that. Infectious disease doctors are predicting this will peak in October and November in New Jersey. Oh, it's so far away still. Our school board in Alberta hasn't announced what the plan for this year's fall. Yeah, apparently there's the colleges around me, they are opening back up. As of right now, there's no like restrictions. People will be living in dorms. I think they're making masks optional, and I'm like, come on, you guys. They closed beaches in South Florida for 4th, and people wanted to storm the beaches. Oh, shit, like, you can go to the beach next year. Like, get over it. No, he wasn't swimming. She was Oh, she was swimming. Okay. I thought he said that they were swimming, but he said she was swimming. Okay. Hey, Nessa. Do you know the recovery cases aren't being retested after being positive? They just throw them in the recovery category. Yeah, I think that's what they do here. Hey, Caitlin, where after 14 days, then you're recovered. And I'm like, that's not a recovery. No one would be forced to go back. Online learning has always been a thing. Well, meaning before the virus anyways. Yeah. Yeah. But Trump said that schools that didn't send kids back will lose federal funding. But a lot of schools don't get federal funding. Most schools, though, are funded by city and state government, not federal. Like, I know that there are some federal funds, but I mean, a majority, if I remember correctly, a majority of your schools, your public schools, are funded by your city and your state. The assumption that it would die off in the summer was based off of flu slowdowns in the summer. Yeah. Thanks, Nessa. I started physical therapy. It's been one of the hardest things I've had to go through physically and mentally. Yeah, I hear that, especially with a big injury where you haven't been able to do anything and you have to basically rebuild back up all of the muscle and all that stuff. Stock up on toilet paper while you can, right? I need to get some groceries and get my freezer all filled back up again, because I mean, I feel like it's gonna, once they reopen the schools here and they add an additional, I know obviously we have people from in-state that go to schools, but when you bring in an additional, gosh, what do they have, 125,000 people into the city? And I mean, even if that's 10% from out of state, I mean, that's still 12,000 people from out of state coming from, who knows where, bringing who knows what with them. My BFF is in Idaho and just now started having to wear a mask. Yeah, I mean, they're not even a requirement here. I'm required to wear it at work, but it's not a requirement for people to wear them out in public. They've reopened restaurants, they've reopened bars. Nothing is closed here. And there wasn't ever a state requirement to shut anything down. It was all just optional. For us, masks are required unless you're in your room or apartment. I'm insulin dependent diabetic. I can't risk it. My babies need me. And my center only has 2 people at a time. We Lysol and Clorox constantly. We're in the 3rd floor courthouse, and we do not let anybody in our office. Okay, well, that's good. We just have to stay home as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. If everybody would have just wore a mask for a month, we wouldn't be in this situation. But literally, people are I can't, it's making my oxygen levels drop, my CO2 level rising. It's so hard to breathe with it on. It's okay, if this was a thing, then doctors and nurses won't be wearing these for 12, 16, 18, 24-hour surgeries, and they'd be passing out. You can wear a mask for 30 minutes while you're in a store. Get over it. It's not a thing. And people are all people who are always anti-abortion for some reason now understand the phrase "my body, my choice." If I had followed the people, or if people had followed the guidelines from the get-go, this would so yeah, exactly. New ICE guidelines with students on visas will force universities to reopen. They cannot do online. $41 billion brought to universities annually by student immigrants. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about high schools and stuff. Yeah, the fact that they're literally well, what they should do then is allow people here who are on student visas to go to classes, and then anybody who is not here on a student visa to do their classes online. And now everyone is all well, I mean, how often did you pray that you didn't have to go to class when you were in school? So let's be honest. And you're oh, I wish I could just do this online. But now that everyone's okay, do your classes online, everyone's I want to go to class. It's people in the US always want to do the exact opposite of what you tell them to do. Our public school does get federal funding, but mostly state and bonds through elections. Yeah, I know that there is some federal funding, but it's not 90% of the school's budget. Has anyone here had COVID? I have not. My daughter had COVID-19. The only symptom she had was loss of smell. She said she was told that after 14 days of quarantine, she did not have to retest. I thought that was ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Hey, Shitty. Watering my plants and listening to you. Hey, hey, Shanley. Karen coughing in people's faces for being asked to wear a mask. Oh my God, who coughs on anybody, especially during a pandemic? Right? Like, that's just like terrible behavior as a human being. Like, who goes up into somebody's face and just coughs in their face? Like, and why are these people not now being arrested for domestic terrorism? Because they were before, when people were licking bottles at Walmart and spitting in orange juice and putting it back on the shelf, or whatever it was, orange juice, grape juice, pineapple juice, I don't know, whatever juice it was, like spitting in juice. They were getting arrested for domestic terrorism. So what about all these people who are now like coughing on people in public? Like, do they just not care anymore? You're lucky there's so much you can do to protect yourself without closing everything. Yeah, I mean, like, we don't have to close everything. Like, if people would just wear a mask, it would, definitely help slow down the spread of everything. Everywhere I live, everyone where I live wore a mask and it didn't go away. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to go away completely, but we definitely wouldn't be where we're at with the numbers where we are now. Like, the fact that we have the highest amount of cases, the highest amount of deaths, and like, even China, where everything started, they have a higher population and they have less cases and less deaths, but they also put their country on lockdown. And same thing with Italy, when Italy was skyrocketing in numbers, and they took over the number one spot of cases and deaths, and Italy was like, no, we're putting everybody on lockdown, you're just going to have to deal with it. And then it really just helped cut everything off. So I mean, it works. It's not going to completely end it, but it's definitely going to prevent it from doing what it's doing now. I'm pretty sure I was sick for about 10 weeks with all the symptoms. Test wasn't available back then. Hey, Tempest. People really don't want to wear a mask. That's annoying. Yeah, it is. Oops. Oh no. Where am I at? My knee surgery just got canceled for the second time because people got to be dumb. Oh no. Well, hopefully you can get in and get that all taken care of. Court is horrible. It was preventable. Sorry for your loss. Oh no, what happened today? Oh, my mom died from. I'm sorry, Courtney. I get a migraine every time I wear a mask, but I still wear it. Well, yeah, and like, I have an associate who's the same way too. Like the strain on her ears, like, just hurts her ears, and it like triggers a migraine. So she wears one, like, tears it or ties behind her head. But even though, like, after wearing it for so long, she'll get a migraine, and she's like, I'd rather have it on and be safe than, or try to, have some kind of protection than not have it on at all. A ton of people at the local nursing home by my mom have died from it. If people would have worn a mask, I could have gotten my damn adult driver's license today instead of renewing my permit again. Oh no. And everything here shut down, but grocery stores, gas stations, the utilities. Eventually, restaurants do curbside only. June 1, most places reopen. I'm still not going out. Yeah, like, a lot of our places did close. They just chose to close. And then, like, a lot of restaurants were doing, like, pickup only. But then there were, like, places that were still open. They just didn't even care. They reopen universities, and students will all still right. I know they're gonna, like, mandate them to go back to the class, and the kids just they'll go live in their dorms, but then they won't leave. I'm glad to be in New Zealand. The only cases are from all overseas isolation facilities, so I don't wear a mask. Yeah, like, somebody somebody went to New Zealand to film something. I don't know if it was Peter Jackson or somebody. And New Zealand's like allowed them to come and film, but they said, okay, if you come in to film, you're going to get tested. We're putting you in quarantine for 14 days. Anybody who's coming with you, anybody on the crew, doesn't matter who it is, you guys are all going into quarantine for 14 days, and then we'll test you again. And it's, and then if we got to hold somebody in quarantine even longer, we will. Because I believe that there's like 0 cases in New Zealand now, right? Except for obviously the people that are in quarantine from overseas. Coughing in people's faces is disgusting, period. I agree. Under these times, people should be arrested for domestic terrorism or something. Yeah, I 100% agree. White Karens are doing all that ish in front of their children, right? And they're doing it and caught on camera, and they don't care. If someone coughs on me, I'm fighting. There's where'd that go? There's a video of a woman coughing in a baby stroller because the mom was complaining that the woman didn't have a mask on. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Someone coughed on my mom for wearing a mask, and my stepfather has ALS. She had a breakdown. Oh, like, people are just terrible. Like, terrible. And I'm not saying, like, America was ever not terrible, but I just feel like it's just gotten worse and worse over the years. Or maybe now that I'm older, I'm seeing more and more of it, because you don't notice a lot of this stuff when you're kids. Like, you're not watching the news and you're not seeing like, these people coughing on people and all that stuff. You're, playing outside. I don't even want to take my kids out because people can't act right. I know, right? Like, what is wrong with people? You don't think that China has been lying about their numbers? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. But I mean, at least they could control their people and put them on lockdown and say, do not go out. And you look at every place that has done that, and it's definitely helped with the situation. So, I mean, can I say that they've lied about their numbers? No. Can I say that they haven't? No. But also, I mean, we're lying about our numbers by saying that people are recovered and they're not retesting them. So, and now I think, what do they say that they're like the tests are not 100% accurate and it can come back negative and you're still positive, and I don't know. Trying to lie about their numbers, in my opinion. I think coughing in someone's face is disgusting anyways, but now it should be attempted murder because you don't know the person's medical history. And it could most definitely kill them. I mean, I feel like that should be that should be a thing anytime. I mean, you could go and you could be sick and have the flu, just like the regular flu, and go cough on somebody who's immunocompromised, and then they get the flu and contract pneumonia because of it. And the reason that that happened was because you coughed on them, then you should be charged with attempted murder. Is your mental health doing okay with all this drama going on within the YouTube community? Oh yeah, I'm fine. There actually hasn't been like too much going on, except for like the whole like Shane thing. Stuff gets dark and lingers for me. I think that there's only so much tea, and then it starts to take over. Yeah, like once like all that stuff started coming out about Shane, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do just a couple things covering the basics of it, and then if anybody else wants to cover anything else, like because I mean, I'm not trying to go into that deep dark stuff. Like, Blair does that stuff on her channels where she exposes people for stuff like that, so she can cover all that. I'm just going to cover the basics of it. Thank God most of America didn't feed into the fear mongering. I heard hey Irish. Let's see. I heard Texas numbers are up drastically. Let's see here, yeah, Texas is up, Arizona's up, Florida's up like over 50%. I'm not sending my daughter back to school this year. She can do work online. I do know a lot of stories where people were refusing to let people in if they didn't wear a mask. Yeah, well, and like everyone's like, you can't do that, that's illegal. Well, first of all, a business is private property. So a business can require you to do whatever they want to let you in. Um, I mean, everybody abides by the no shoes, no shirt, no service rule, but I mean, it's not law that you have to have those things on. The reason that they want you to have those things on is because it's unsanitary, but I don't believe that you can, legally enforce it, but you can say, I am refusing you service. You need to leave my business, because a business is private property. And that's the one thing that I don't understand about all these people who are like going to these stores and like, what you're doing is illegal. No, a business has the right to refuse service to anybody for any reason that they choose to, period. So if they tell you to leave, it's private property. Like, I don't get it. Like, do people not understand that? People think that a business is like a public space, and it's not. It's private. It is owned by somebody, and they can do what they want and set whatever rules they want. They could require everybody to come in to have on a green shirt. And if you're not wearing a green shirt, you don't get to come in. Like, they can do what they want. Every person who enters New Zealand has to quarantine for 14 days. 14 days, yes, there's no new cases outside the quarantine areas. Pandemic or no pandemic, somebody coughs intentionally on any of my children, they're going down, right? At least there's some real, there are just some real hateful people in this world. Exactly. And it's not worth fighting about. That just means you actually have to go get close to another person. You don't know what they have, putting yourself at risk. I think COVID's bringing out people, bringing out true colors, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I agree. I'd have Lysol and hand sanitizer afterwards. Yeah, I mean, if somebody coughs in your face, you should whip out your Lysol and just spray them right back in their face. Hey, Tammy. Hope you're having a great day and feeling better. I am feeling better, thank you. The U.S. is lying about numbers. I work in healthcare. If someone has died for any other reason, even in a car accident, and you test positive for COVID, that's the cause of death. Even if they lied about their numbers, so what? What does that change? Oops. I'm running behind in the chat here. Sorry. Your antibody tests were giving false positives, so people thought that they already had it. And Trump was complaining, we're testing too much again and shutting down federal funding for some of the testing sites. US is definitely cooking the books with our, like, why are we not, like, we should be having testing sites everywhere. Everybody should be able to go get a test and not have to wait in a car for 8 hours to get a test. And flu kills people every year. Lysol makes fabric spray, which is great. Oh, that's nice. That's good to know. There's a lot of Shane supporters excusing his behavior. Yeah, I saw that too. I got my internet modem and Wi-Fi and the router just kick in. Time to watch. Just moved into a new place on Tuesday, and I've been dying not being able to watch anything. Well, welcome, Dina. Welcome. California has put counties back on lockdown due to spiking numbers. Well, I mean, at least they're trying to do something. I have people say crap about wearing a mask a few times I've gone out. Like about you having one on or not having one on. We're mandated by our county too, and I'm good with it. My state mandated with $1,000 fine. Oh, wow. Hey, Jonice. My brain's not working today. I thought it was Tuesday. I remember the end of Tati's video. She said there's more coming out. I wonder if those people got scared. The backlash Tati received. Oh, maybe. I mean, that could be. Or she just meant that there's more like that she's going to release someday. In Alabama, a lot of cities are passing ordinance that masks are required inside of their city limits. We had 0 cases in Prince Edward Island for a few weeks until one person came back from the U.S. and didn't isolate for the required 14 days, and now we have 5 cases. Yeah. City ordinance or state mandatory. If it's a city ordinance or state mandate, it's mandatory and illegal. Wait, what? To not wear a mask, it's illegal? Is that what you're saying? If it's a city and state mandate? Bless those coffers with some Lysol, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, Natasha. I know isolation is everyone's responsibility. Oh, I am falling back. Oh, no, wait, just kidding. Lysol, the new pepper spray. What happens to those employees at schools if they don't start back up in August? My city is considering what to do. Yeah, like what if your teachers are like, no, I'm not coming back? Then what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to have a school. And I wouldn't believe anything Tati says. Yeah, I mean, until I see some actual receipts, I will share my opinion and go from there. But I want to see some actual proof of all these things that are being claimed. Hey, Marshmallow. I can't even find Lysol spray to save my life. I mean, it comes and goes here. My state just mandated masks for school. There's Americans lined at the border saying that they're going to Alaska. They got busted in Panoff Park. Not a direct route to Alaska. RCMP fined them $1,400 each. Oh, wow. Y'all, it's literally Thursday. In fact, it's Friday for me. Oh, I know when I typed out the name of the live, I clearly was not paying attention to what I was doing, and I thought it was Tuesday for some reason, even though I know it's not Tuesday. Florida's getting bombarded with cases. We've been going 10,000 sometimes down to like 8. Yeah, you're getting between like 8 and 10,000 cases a day, which is just crazy. And they have union protection because they will support non-working toxic environment. Yeah, and I know like during the 4th of July, I got a conversation with my brother about it. He goes, yeah, but we're testing more, so of course we're going to get more positive tests. I'm like, yes, you're going to get more positive test results back as you test more people, but the percentage of positive test results versus negative test results is increasing, which is the problem. Because if you're testing more people and you're remaining at a 10% positive test rate, even though you're testing, 2 times as many people, but you're still only getting back the same 10% positive test rate, then there's no problem. But as you're testing more people and you're getting 15, 20, and 25% positive return rate versus what you were before, versus for the total number of tests that are conducted, that's where you see the growth of the numbers. So, and he's like, no, that's not how it works. And I'm like, yes, it is. Because if you test 10,000 people and you have 10% come back, then you have a 10% positive test rate. If you test 100,000 people and you have, is that right? If you test 100,000 people and you have 10,000 come back, then that's 10%. If you test 1,000,000 people and you have 100,000 results come back, that's still 10%. But if you test 10,000 people or 100,000 people have 10,000 results come back positive, and then you test 1,000,000 people and you have 250,000 results come back, then that's 25%. So that's an increase in positive results, not just positive numbers. Our county lets parents vote whether to do online or open up schools. I voted for school, but since Florida exploded COVID, especially in my area, the theme park is open for the 4th in the UK. Can't wait to go back. Schools are opening. Gave us 3 options: send the child to school, do remote learning, or do virtual learning. Hey, Chispa. Because masks in my school are not mandatory. In my state, the numbers are 5% chance of testing positive. I'm a classified employee, and we have our own union and have been supported. Okay. Someone really starting to get sick of the whole beauty community drama. I didn't realize how much that negativity would affect my mental health. Big awakening. It was getting to me. Yeah, I've stopped kind of like looking at that stuff. Obviously, if there's anything like important that I need to share, I'll definitely share it. But as of now, I'm not really doing much with that. I don't want to go back to school in September. We aren't going till September in the UK, and they're making everybody get it to make everybody immune. Oh, like they won't let you go back unless you've had it. I just think about the kids who don't have computers, laptops, or Wi-Fi, or at home, or do learning from home. or even the parents who have worked during the day can't afford daycare. Yeah, I mean, that's another like big issue. But I mean, like a lot of people have been dealing with that over the summer as well. But the thing is, though, is like a lot of schools these days, which is crazy. Like my sister's kid, who's only in like first grade, they all get tablets, and they're all like internet enabled through cellular data that gets charged to the school. So I know like not every place is like that, but all of my nieces and nephews in 3 different states, all their schools give them like tablets and stuff. And I guess it's like a common thing now. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been in school we're not going to go over how many years, but let's just say that our schools do not give us tablets and computers for free to use during the school year. Y'all, I don't want to be a guinea pig. I wouldn't either, Sam. As he says, kids will be exposed to COVID because of it. Mm-hmm. The government is focused on the economy, not the public health. I completely agree. Anyone else think online learning is overrated? I mean, for some people, it works better. Some people prefer online learning versus in-person learning. I'd personally rather my daughter stay at homeschool, but she's 15 and and socialization is important, and she's been really depressed. Yeah. I mean, thankfully though, I mean, you have technology where she can like see her friends through the phone, through the computer, stuff like that. I mean, it's not the same as being in person, but I mean, back in the day, we didn't have any of that technology. I mean, it had to be like an in-person thing. But I could definitely, I mean, I'm sure like for kids, it's a little hard not to be around people. I'm in an online class, so I'm only half listening. I hear most kids kept their computer from March. I'm already tutoring kids online to make up for lost class time. Oh, that's awesome. We do in California is on speaking. Speaking of teachers, anyways, our union CSEA has over 250,000 members. Okay. I even unsubscribe from certain channels because they're posting half a dozen videos a day about the same drama. Yeah, like, I mean, I think I did like 4 videos in a row about Shane, but I mean, it was like one about the statement, one about like where I literally just like read his statement, one about like my opinion on his statement, and then I don't remember what the other 2 were. I can't even think. But then after that, I was like, okay, I gotta like move on to something else. Like, I don't want to be that channel that just constantly posts about the same person over and over again. Her school announced reopening August 30th. Masks required along with social distancing when possible. It depends on the school district. Some schools can't afford laptops. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'd rather have my child stay home and a teacher. This is getting ridiculous. Some homes don't have Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. I prefer online learning. I can go faster. Yeah, there you go. Yes, our school grants and we got enough Chromebooks for students who need them. Yeah, I mean, I know like every school and school district is different. I mean, not every school is going to have them, but I know like a lot of places do have them these days. I'm definitely suffering drama overload. I agree. My daughter's school opens 31st. I prefer to stay home, but she is autistic and needs social interaction since she's my only child. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely situations where kids need to be around other kids for sure. But I mean, obviously, when you bring her around other people, you want to make sure that that person has been also like quarantining and stuff as well. In upstate New York, and my daughter had help for school. She also did 2 years, and one became seniors 16. Oh, well, that's awesome. But not 4 videos in an hour. Oh no, definitely not 4 videos in an hour. I don't mind my young kids doing online classes. I do worry about their social and mental health, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree. Hey, Jamie. There are creators literally posting 6 to 10 times a day. Yeah, I don't have that much energy. I mean, between working and doing my Twitch streams and coming on here, I mean, I shoot for like 2 videos a week if possible. I mean, if I can get one out, great. I mean, I try not to go longer than a week without one, but I mean, if I can get 2 videos a week, perfect. We live in America. We're all guinea pigs, right? Some internet companies are offering free Wi-Fi during quarantine. Well, YouTube channel I follow has loads of drama. 2 members were accusing of liking children, and a couple uploaded young girls came out about it. Plus, suspicion on racism. Whoa, geez, what is going on? Hey, American Princess. Was there any talk about the Jeffree Star Shane Tate? No, there hasn't been. I mean, there hasn't really been any news besides Jeffree just living his best life while he lets everybody else burn. School start August 10th in Florida. That seems so early, Natasha. I don't know how to teach handwriting to a 5-year-old who has never held a pencil in an online class. Well, I mean, that's a good question. That might be a thing that the parents are going to have to do. But you can teach them typing. It's just hard to decide or it's just hard as a parent to decide. My county provides laptops with free Wi-Fi for those who choose online. Okay. Hey, Gail. I do online because the schools will probably close again anyways. Yeah, I feel like we're going through another. Well, I mean, we never closed to begin with anyways, but you can tell people are burned out on the drama. We've been talking about COVID for an hour, right? I know nobody really wants to talk about drama. Everyone's like, let's just talk about what's going on in the world. And if you're gonna have the schools open, I would like a rapid COVID test, even if that exists, or temperature checks, right? I mean, you gotta like where's like the safety thought about like the children? Like, I get it, you want them to go back, you want them to socialize, you want them to learn, but at the same time, you know, you need to make sure that they're in a healthy environment. And I know everyone's gonna say, well, yeah, but kids are always sick and all that. But I mean, I feel like this, like, since now they're coming out with reports about, you know, like I said earlier, like they've noticed like some brain damage in some people. They've noticed people are needing like lung transplants. I mean, it's getting pretty serious. So I would want, you know, my kids to know that if they're going to school, they were protected, or at least that the school was trying to do as much as they could. It's my daughter's first year of high school, and she's a bit upset about not going to actual school, but I'd rather have her stay healthy. Exactly, right, Natasha? Like, I totally understand. And I know as a kid, you know, you feel that high school is everything, but when you grow up, you realize that it's really not. And it's not. And yeah, it's way early. Yeah, like our schools don't go back until like the like the end of August, I think. Yes, I taught my kid how to write at home. Okay. Parents have to do their part with schooling. Learning shouldn't be only in the classroom. 100% agree. I need a break from the same 3 people. There are going to be a lot of quarantine babies in a few months. Oh yeah, I already know 4 of my friends who are pregnant. So I literally not heard about Corona since April. I feel like it's the new normal, and I really don't know. And I really don't know it's here sometimes. Oh no, I mean, it's talked about here constantly because everyone's like, the numbers are going up and it's always on the news. Well, yes, typing is a thing. But what if they don't know letters yet or the sounds? Put them together to make a word. I mean, you can do little flashcards and hold up an A and be like, this is what an A is. This is a B. I mean, if you do it on like a video call, I mean, it would be literally like if they're sitting in the classroom in front of you and you could just write on the board right behind you. Nightly, my daughter, academically, it does better online, but socially, I know it's super hard for her at 16 to be isolated for so long. I know it's necessary, but as mom, it hurts to see her missing her friends. Yeah, I mean, I can completely understand that. Yeah, the kids will spread it and bring it home to the parents, the grandparents. I expected high school to be godly, but it was the most depressing place in my life, which is nice. Yeah, like everyone's always like, high school, these are the best like years of your life. And then you get out of high school and then you go to college. Like, these are the best 4 years of your life. And I hated college. I hated college just as much as I hated high school. So as soon as I was done with school and left school, that's when I was like actually finally happy. Upstate New York, September 2nd or 3rd. We got to school after Labor Day. I'm so mad. They want my son to start band camp next week. My tiny county has 1,700 cases in a small population. I was like, nope, not happening. Band camp, that's ridiculous. How is that necessary? Well, I have one of my employees who starts cheer camp next week, where they start learning their cheer routines. And so, you know, they got to start learning things now, I guess. There's tracing letters for books on Amazon that's cheap. It really is now. School isn't actually starting on time, and it will be online. Living in the South, these people are insane about their football, but I'm not buying it. Oh yeah, football in the South. Yeah. Well, I mean, even football, like if you watch college football, like I mean, Nebraska, like they're insane about it there too. So it's definitely not just the South. And they just opened up pubs and people cannot social distance when drunk. It's ridiculous. Everybody's angry about it. There was a bar that opened up around here somewhere. I don't remember where it was. I saw it on the news. Where when you went in, they gave you an inner tube that you wore that had like little shoulder straps, and you put it on, and it kept you 6 feet away from everybody. So it was like your little bumpers, like bumper cars for the drunk people. If they can do distant learning, sure they can do distant practicing, distant routines and stuff at home. I freaking hated high school. I left halfway through 11th and I never looked back. And as an adult, you got the same assholes from high school reaching out with a friend request on Facebook. It's so funny, right? Yeah. Or you have like the people who were like mean to you in high school, and you go back to your hometown and they're still just there, not doing anything. TikTok dance just came on my daughter's phone, and she's so mad because I started doing it when I heard the song. She says I'm too old. Oh no. I saw some cheer clubs doing Zoom training, but for competition cheer and stunts, you got to be together. Yeah, it's true. You ain't lying. I don't get it. Our superintendent literally said school will start online, but these sports are so important. I thought the point of school was an education. No, the point of school is not an education. The point of school is sports, because that's what brings in money. Hey, Marianne. No sweet Jack. No, I have to do my laundry really badly. I've managed to lose 3 hoodies. And I took down the green screen because I didn't want to deal with it because it wasn't connecting properly. But when I wear that like really bright, not the teal jacket, but like the really bright blue one, the one that's kind of like this color, the green screen picks that color up and also makes my jacket disappear. So I was like, I can't wear that one with the green screen, so that's no fun. So I'm gonna have to get some like different hoodies. Only 630 coronavirus cases here today. Is that it? That's a good number, I'm guessing. That's a low number. I'd rather the kids be outside together than inside a room together, right? I know, like you're gonna do some outside learning classes. Just from high school, I want to message you about their new MLM business. It always makes me laugh, right? Like, hey, do you want to buy some of this stuff? No. That's why I got rid of Facebook. Like, I don't know. What year is it? 2020? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll have another high school reunion in 2 years. My 20-year high school reunion will be in 2 years. So I wonder if they'll actually send me like a letter or something in the mail, or if like I'll get like a phone call or a Facebook message or something But I don't even know if I'll go back to it. Like the first one was a joke. I miss doing the old normal stuff. I agree. TikTok was exposed for spying social media, for social spy malware for the Chinese government. I don't know if that's true. No, I don't think it is. People were saying like it was like a Chinese company too, which it's not. It's run here in the U.S. So it's founded by people here in the U.S. But I did see something about where on your Apple devices, it did have access to whatever you had copied in your clipboard. But yeah, I don't think like there's malware spying for the Chinese government. I don't think I believe that, but I mean, who knows? It could be. Well, let's find out eventually. Don't put toothpaste on your day or it could burn your skin. Use pimple cream and leave it alone. I caught the tail end of what you're saying, but I think someone else suggested this. Don't do it. Okay, thank you. Dun, dun, dun. Our highest peak was something like 8,500. But when you think about how small the UK is, that's quite big. Okay. I never go on Facebook anymore. It's just too much crap. Yeah, like I don't use Facebook for anything anymore. So I'm just like, it's just a bunch of stuff that like I already saw on Twitter anyways. So I had so many people posting about this great weight loss program, and when asked in the DMs, they're like, well, 3 months ago I got gastric bypass, but then I drank this tea. Oh no. TikTok isn't banned in the UK as average government control it in the UK. Florida, there's a no alcohol ordinance. What's that? The news is going heavy on. It's a Chinese company. Like today, NBC, all the big ones are saying it. I haven't like looked up at anything, but I swear I saw like the like founder of TikTok or whatever. Like, no, it's not a Chinese company. And let's be honest too, like the news isn't the news anymore. Remember when the news used to just like report the news and give you the facts, and then when they got called out or caught for lying, they had to issue a statement about it? Now pretty much anybody gets a news program and they get on there and they scream and lie about whatever they want, and there's no issues and there's no repercussions and there's no accountability. Like there was was it Walter Cronkite who was chatting with somebody, and basically he said like, you're the ones that ruined the news. You changed it from like subjective and boring to objective and entertaining, and so like you've destroyed the news. Like basically saying like you're just using it as an entertainment value to get ratings and not to tell the actual truth anymore. I think that's what he said. What? Is that for me? Yes, I think I'm live. Okay. I'm a college student. Got stimulus check in the mail. I couldn't tell any of my friends because they didn't get one. Oh no. I'm still a young adult, so I don't remember this time. Oh. And the news hardly gets any facts right these days. Hey Jennifer. Yes, I completely agree. The news sensationalizes stuff now. Lies and agenda. Have them all. All of them have it. It's nuts. It makes me very nervous. So bad. Or it makes my nerves so bad. I don't watch the news anymore. You got to watch multiple sources to put the whole story together yourself. I swear the news is trying to start a race war, and to me, that's honestly disgusting. We're better than that, and I wish for more peace. Yeah, like the news is all about just getting ratings and keeping people watching your stuff. Like, where's the actual news anymore? Like, it needs to be just straight facts, like people getting on there and screaming at the camera and basically spouting lies and like not supplying any information about what they're saying. Like, I just can't with the news. Like, I'll watch like maybe some like local news, like especially during like winter time, so that way like I know, you know, what's going on with the weather and stuff, just to be safe. But even then, like, I don't watch it really, except for like if I know that there's like a storm coming, and a lot of times I'll just look it up on my phone. But I'm just like, yeah, I can't do the news anymore. That's why they put all the bad / crazy stories first to draw people in. Exactly. Anyone have an excessive fourth? Anyone have an excessive fireworks aside from the 4th? Like excessive amount left over? I used to get my news from my brother when he lived in Korea when Trump was having sleepovers with Kim. Bars can't sell alcohol. Somehow this helps curb the spread of COVID. Oh, maybe because people aren't getting drunk and making stupid decisions. That's what I'm going to go with anyways. What do you think about Simply Nessa calling out Tana? Melissa, I have not had a chance to watch that video yet. That is on my need to watch list. So I plan on watching that. So I'm a little bit behind on that one. Let's all be excited that George Cosmetics is starting their sale tonight. So excited. Ooh, is it the 51% off sale, Jennifer? Or is that one that already happened? I don't want to give out incorrect information. Excuse me. I just watched Simply Nessa's video. Yeah, I have to go check that out. In Deep Fort, New Jersey, they've been setting off M80s all month. I don't want to walk everywhere, so I literally feel like I'm under attack. Oh no. The mayor of South Korea was found dead after he was accused of a sexual assault of a coworker. Oh. Tana needs to be held accountable. Hey, Tonisha. Yes, the 51% off sale starts tonight. I have not seen what's going on with Tana. I know that there was all of those tweets that she was exposed for with racism with Amari. And I know that she apologized for them in the past, but she apologized for like other things and not like all these things obviously that are going on now. So I know, yeah, I don't even think that she's really addressed that, but I have not seen Simply Nessa's video yet. Yes, 51% off sale. Okay, perfect. 51% off sale. Gerard's Cosmetics, you guys. You heard it here from Jennifer. Fireworks went off at all hours of the night across the country for weeks. Oh, thankfully, like they're very restricted here. Like there's no restrictions on what you can buy and light and stuff, but there's like, I think it's like a grace period from a week before to a week after. And then if you get caught with anything after that, it's like a $500 fine. So people like will go hard for, 3 weeks, a week before, or 2 weeks, a week before and a week after. Then after that, it's dead silence again. Just gonna drop this here. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Tonisha. Hey Bree. Tana. I know. Tana. I'm still waiting for TanaCon 2.0 to happen, you guys. You know what's gonna happen as soon as I'm surprised she hasn't announced it yet. And I'm surprised she's like, COVID's not real, come to TanaCon. I don't keep up with Tana, so I have no idea. Afraid to ask what did Tana do this time. I think this is just like I haven't seen Simply Nessa's video, so this is my speculation. So if I'm wrong, correct me. But I believe it was just Nessa calling out like Tana and Jordan for how they mistreated her and misrepresented her And I saw part of her video where she said that she was made out to be the angry black woman from Tana and Jordan, I believe. Because I saw I think the first 5 or 6 minutes of her video, but I had to stop watching because I had to go to sleep because it was already 4 a.m. and it's I need to go to bed. So I believe that it's basically her calling out Tana and Jordan for just terrible treatment of people and herself. But I haven't seen the whole video. I just got 2 of the jars cosmetic lip gloss called Angel Cake, and I love them. I had one and or the other one every single day. I love pinks and nudes, and Gerard's Cosmetic has won my heart. Well, that's awesome. Spreading love and positivity. Oh, well, thank you, Tonisha. Gerard Cosmetic lip liners are amazing. Definitely grab them up during the sale. Also, eyeshadow base. Oh, speaking of lip liners, did everybody see that Jeffree Star is relaunching his lip liners? He can relaunch a product, but he can't address any of the situation going on. I think once his lip liners don't sell out, he'll be okay, maybe I do need to address the situation. TanaCon was literally a con, right? 100%. I hope TanaCon doesn't happen. So many people got sunburnt and dehydrated. Yeah, I mean, she didn't care. She was just about the money. And remember that she said that she was going to refund everybody and Shane was going to refund everybody? I wonder if people actually got their refunds. Tana's perfume was gross. Also, I heard, oh no. Nessa did just that. Okay, so Tanisha, you saw the video. So basically what I said was was correct. At least, I mean, it's probably not the whole video, but that's what she was talking about in the video. I don't care about Tana, not even a little, to be honest. Yeah. Tana overcharged perfume smells like a drugstore perfume from what I heard. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's it from what Dustin put in his video, it was basically a pre-made scent that they just packaged for her. And I don't see why Tana is famous. She's an awful person. Well, a lot of awful people are famous, unfortunately. Nessa is such an amazing creator. My birthday is the day after hers. Oh, that's awesome. Shane got the refunds to people. Tana did not. Okay, so Shane actually paid out people's refunds for Tana. That's just wrong. Tana couldn't even pay back the people that she scammed. I know Shane refunded a lot of people. Tana did not. Yeah, Jeffree launching lip liner, which he needed. His formula sucked. But not addressing anything as shady. Yeah, I think when his lip liners don't sell out, he's going to be okay, people really are mad. I need to talk about this. Did Shane ever hold meet and greet for the people who were at TanaCon? That I don't know. I know he said that he was going to try to do something. But I don't know. I never heard anything. Love Victor. Love Victor wasn't for me. The lead actor is inexperienced. Love Simon was better. I think I missed something. I have 2 girls and I'm not thrilled. They don't watch Tana. She is not the type of role model for my girls at all. My oldest daughter, Rachel, is going on a full scholarship to La Salle College this fall. Yay. Well, that's awesome. We love a full scholarship. I watched both Nessa and Tana, and Simply Nessa 15 is such a wonderful person. She has music out, and she also has a lash company, and she is very good at holding herself accountable. Well, that's awesome. I mean, we love people who can hold themselves accountable. His liners will sell out, sadly. So many people were offended by the cremated collection, and that still sold out. Well, that sold out before any of the scandal happened. The restock of the conspiracy collection didn't sell out. I don't know. He has quite a few loyal stands that will buy his products no matter what, but I'm hoping his launch won't sell out. I'm sure a lot of people, though, will buy them because they're okay, well, what's the new formula? I didn't like the old formula. The formula wasn't good, but now we redid the formula, so maybe it'll be better. Jeffree said last year that he wasn't going to do this again, so maybe he won't. Well, I mean, he always says that he's not going to do this again, but I think last year after he put out that video, he was in drama with somebody like 3 days later. I don't think Jeffree will ever talk about this. Honestly, I don't. He hasn't put out the video yet. Or he hasn't put out a video showing how they're different from the last ones, which are not good at all. Yeah, I'm surprised that there hasn't been like a launch video or something. Do you guys think Morphe will ever drop Jeffree? Unless for some reason people stop buying his products. I don't think they'll drop him because to them it's just money. Shane refunded most of his fans, but Tana did not. She is allegedly making a video to address her racist past. I want to see the best in people, but I don't really think Tana will ever change. I think that Tana's going to do whatever Tana needs to do to get Tana out of trouble to keep Tana making money. That's what I see. Everyone is coming up with different names for Jeffree, and I'm here for people are hilarious. Oh no, I saw like the Jebediah Starfish, the Jeffree Star, like there's a bunch of them. I feel like a lot of large business owners are cutthroat and borderline evil. Their actions just aren't out in the open like Jeffree's. 100%, Kate. 100%. Like, I think we talked about this in my last live. It's like everyone's like, well, I'm not going to support Jeffree anymore because he's a terrible person. It's like, well, you know that he's a terrible person because you see him online and he puts his life online. But I mean, do we all think that like Jeff Bezos is innocent? Bill Gates is innocent. The Waltons are innocent, and they're like all purely like the world's best people. No, everybody has skeletons in their closet. These people are just smart enough to not put their stuff online like influencers do. Because they don't need to, because they, you know, that's how they built their money. Their companies, they built their companies as like actual companies, not built them off of social media. My personal favorite is Jefferson Sphincter. Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet. But Jeffree chose to put a lot of his life on Snapchat, Instagrams, and everything. That was his choice. Exactly. Jeffree isn't talking about this because he's actually taking the advice of everyone who said to be silent. That's what I'm thinking so far. I completely agree, Tonisha, 100%. I know that I've said in my past lives, like, because whenever he pops off on anybody on Twitter about like Jeffree Star Cosmetics or anything, I'm like, why do you not have a PR team for your company? Like, people should be tweeting at Jeffree Star Cosmetics when they have an issue with your product and not you, and let that be handled by your PR staff. It shouldn't be done by you when you have such a large company. You make plenty enough money to hire a PR company to run your cosmetics Twitter or something so people have somebody to tweet at and handle complaints. So I think he's actually finally decided, okay, I need to not speak on something. I need to possibly hire a PR team to figure out what to do about the situation and go from there. I call him Jeffree Rats because that star backwards. Nice, because star backwards is rats. Nice. I haven't seen that one yet. Not all influencers put everything online. Raw Beauty Christie only put certain things in her life online. She's not been in any scandals. Yeah, I'm not saying that there's not people who are not problematic. Like, you know, like Raw Beauty Christie is a great example. She, you know, hasn't really had any scandals that I know about, or at least any like major ones. I mean, people are always going to have, you know, fights and stuff online with other people, but some people choose to put everything online, and when they do that, I mean, that's their choice to do, and when that comes back to bite you in the ass, the only person that you can blame is yourself. Do you think Jeff Bezos uses Amazon for his personal needs? Like, what do you mean, like shipping things? Now that the drama is crazy, Jeffree stopped posting on IG when it was done daily. Oh yeah, like I think he just did he post that on his own Instagram, or was that on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Instagram? Excuse me. Oh, it was on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Instagram. Yeah, because he hasn't posted one since he took that flight with his 103-year-old grandma to the moon or to Mars or wherever they were going. He's either ignoring it because he's stubborn or he's doing worse things behind the scenes. I mean, that could possibly be it too. I mean, he could be getting his receipts in order and be like, you know what, I'm just going to expose everybody in one big video and be done. Or he could just be getting everything ready to go in case he has to do anything, in case somebody tries to come for him. And I don't know. I mean, we won't know until it actually happens, unfortunately. But I think that when he posts, like the next thing that he posts, it's going, whether it's a video or anything else, like an Instagram or a tweet. He hasn't even tweeted anything recently. It's just going to be bombarded with, why aren't you talking about what's going on? PR team, yes, but Jeffree should have been ashamed of should have been a friend of Shane first, considering Shane was the reason everyone liked Jeffree again. 100% agree. And I mean, we don't know like if he's been in contact with him behind the scenes. I mean, I would assume that if they were as close as that they said they were and like family, then, you know, he'd be in contact with him behind the scenes and stuff like that. But you also have to remember is that Jeffree referred to James in the series as like his little brother. Well, look how that turned out. I think he's having a meltdown trying to figure out how old his grandma really is. He may be supporting Shane privately. No one knows. Popping back in, there's some different drama with Tana Mojo, Kaylin, and Simply Nessa. I don't fully understand what's going on. Maybe you could make a video about it. I know that Kaylin was basically exposing Tana's racist past again, and just like showing people how terrible she is behind the scenes. Jeffree had posted his IG, his personal IG story say that. Okay. All of my friends back in the day. Oh wait, also if there's a voice no and victim, Jeffree ruined the chance of anybody believing that because he used alleged crime as 100%, Tanisha. All my friends back in the day would listen to his music, and I never really liked it. Honestly, it was honestly creepy to listen to. That picture of him taking a fight with his grandma was reposted from a picture months ago. Or he's great at posts the exact same and with the exact same outfit. Well, and then he put on his Snapchat a picture of his nails, which were completely different the same day. Hey, Abby, thanks for the super chat. Sorry if you already spoke about this, but what's your opinion on Sanders? We did already speak on it, and I basically said, like we watched that in the, I watched that on my Twitch stream, his video, and I wasn't surprised that there would be an investigation, but as we're watching the video, I got on and I searched, and I couldn't find any information about there being an investigation, and I said, well, I think it'd be very odd for him to put that kind of information out there and ruin his channel and his credibility. If it wasn't true, and then, you know, everybody's calling him out now because it's not true. And then the people are contacting the sheriff's department saying it's not true. He's doubling down and saying it is true. So I mean, I will believe, you know, if it's true when I see more facts or an actual statement that it's happening. But I think at this point, it's going to make people side-eye Sanders a lot, and anything that he puts on his channel, they might start to question his credibility and whether or not it's true. I mean, I do that with every channel unless I get like actual like proof. And it's proof that, you know, you can see on the screen or hear. But as far as like that voice note that he included, it didn't really give us information except for saying, yes, this person we're investigating. But I mean, there was no context to the conversation or after, and who knows who could have been really talking. So I don't know. I mean, we'll have to just wait and see what kind of information comes out. But I think, I mean, it's definitely hurt his credibility. Jeffree isn't the kind of person to spread positivity publicly. True. Jeffree could walk away from the internet and his whole business would be fine. I think if he walked away from the internet, his business would probably be better. If he only posted stuff on like his business posts and stuff, it'd keep him out of scandals. I think he lied about taking his grandma anywhere. I'm sure, Jennifer, I believe that too. Trisha has been in contact with him behind the scenes. Yes, Trisha has been talking with Shane, I know. I think Jeffree's lawyer told him to shut up because he likes to dig himself a grave. Jeffree should walk away from the internet. Maybe it'll help bring light to his dark place he's always sitting in. Or buy a lamp. I'm sure he could buy a lamp. Do you think Jeffree has any siblings? Didn't he say he was an only child? I could be wrong, but I thought he said he was an only child. If anyone posts about JSC came from USC, his business would probably be better. I don't get it. Oh, if anyone posts about a JSC came from JSC, his business probably better. Okay. You're welcome, Abby. Okay, gotta go for a walk. Try to come back. Love you. Also, I hope everyone is having an amazing day and night. Also, hit the like button. Oh, thanks so much, Marianne. Have a great walk. Amari defending Tana on Twitter is sad. Sanders can sit down and zip it. Sexual assault or abuse goes to the police, not YouTube. I just can't with people, right? I mean, if Amari chooses to defend Tana and wants to be friends with her, I mean, that's on him. But that doesn't mean that anybody else has to accept Tana's apology. Like, if Amari's like, I'm cool with it, that's fine if he wants to be cool with it. But that doesn't mean that anybody else has to be cool with her doing that. I mean, if he wants to let Tana call him those names, that's on him. But, I mean, she needs to know that just because he thinks it's fine does not mean that the rest of the world thinks it's fine. Why is there always one dislike? I have no idea. I don't know. Somebody just loves me that much to give me a dislike. He said a lot of things. Could not agree more. Yeah, I believe he's an only child. His mom only had him, and his dad passed away when he was I want to say when I don't know. I want to say he was young, but I don't know how old he was. He says it in like one of the videos, I believe. Has there been any action from those twisted triggers recently? Bree, I have not seen anything, no. There's a video of Jeffree threatening people, being sexual towards others, using racial slurs, saying it wasn't racist. Like, right? I know exactly what you're talking about, Tanisha. I don't see a lot of people being longtime friends with Jeffree Star. I don't know. I'd love to know why Nate left. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really keep friendships very long. I mean, if you look at everybody who he hangs around with, I mean, Shane was probably the longest one. Well, really, Lipstick Nick is like the longest friendship that he's had, but I mean, that's at this point a business relationship, so that's got to stay there. Sanders is the new Karen of YouTube. Oh no. I saw Trigger post a meme or something. Oh, I haven't looked. I mean, he's blocked, so yeah, I had him blocked like a long time ago. Because Lush comes by and dislikes all the drama channels. Oh, I don't think I'm on Lush's radar. Demi Lovato just tweeted about I hope to God that she's found alive and safe. Yeah. The whole like Naya Riviera situation is just, I mean, sad. I hope she is found safe and, you know, she's just like got washed ashore somewhere and they just haven't like found her and she's like hanging out waiting. It's, I mean, it's scary and it's scary to think about. And especially just like, I think she just posted like 4 days before that, like, don't take like life for granted or something, like the next day is never guaranteed or something like that. He's absolutely trash. Jeffree Star faked his mom. It's all fake. Yeah, I mean, he exposed himself for like saying that his like aunt or his best friends or somebody, I don't remember who it was his mom when that really wasn't. So, I mean, at what point do you just stop believing what he's saying? Oh, I thought he actually made up with his mom. That's crazy. He made it all up. No, like his mom that he was posting with on like photos and stuff from years ago is not his real mom. But he apparently made up with his real mom, but she doesn't want to be on camera. No one's ever seen her. Just like I don't think anybody's ever seen his grandma either. So people are now starting to question, like, are these people even real and living with him? Isn't Luscious a drama channel now? According to Luscious, Luscious is the anti-drama channel. I agree. Peter Mon was the same way. I had to stop watching him. Jeffree doesn't have friends because he social climbs. He says he's not bothered, but you know what? Just right. Yeah, and I mean now that he's like climbed his way up, like now he's just accusing everybody who comes around him as social climbing, when I mean he kind of did the same thing to start his YouTube career. Luscious claims over the drama, but all he talks is trash about people instead of doing makeup. I know, like I thought like Luscious would do like a really good like makeup channel, like makeup tutorial channel, like doing drag makeup or like just really doing like any kind of makeup. But I mean right now Luscious wants to focus on drama, and I mean that's their decision. I'm starting to hate autocorrect. I hear you. Naya has a 4-year-old son. If he loses his mom, I'll be so heartbroken for that sweet innocent child. Yeah, it's extremely sad. I'm hoping that they do find her and she's okay. His mom was actually his aunt. She recently reconnected with his. He apparently reconnected recently with his mom. Yes, okay. I never saw Shane per Jeffree series. No, I have no desire to see it. Didn't watch more than a minute of each Sanders videos. But why is he doing it way more than reporting a drama? Lori, that I have no idea. Imagine if Jeffree had kids. Oh no. Well, he has like 6. 5? 6. The Pomeranians. But I mean, I don't want to talk about anybody's parenting skills because I have no room to talk because I don't have kids and I have no idea how I'd be with kids. Jeffree be like, I'm 100% real. Jeffree also be like, I'm recording everything on everyone. Jeffree is really a rat. I mean, oop. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand like people like who keep recordings and all that stuff on people. Like, to me, I feel like if you're gonna keep something as a recording, say somebody sends you a voice memo, I mean, I know that they can see that you keep it because you hit the keep button, but at the same time, I think you need to be okay. Well, I'm going to keep. You need to like pre-warn them before you start talking. Like, I'm keeping all this information, these voice memos and stuff like this, as context in case I ever need them. But I mean, the only reason I have old messages on my phone is because I don't go back and like, erase messages. But when I go get a new phone, I don't like transfer over my messages. Like, I could care less. I mean, whatever like stays on the iCloud for their space, and that's what comes over. But like, I don't like log all my messages to like have dirt on people. And that's just, I don't know, that some people do that, and that's just too much. I can barely keep my screenshots in order, let alone all messages. But I look at Manny and Laura, they're doing so much better being away from Jeffree. Both their channels are good. They've grown so much since all that, right? So maybe, I mean, they were correct and they are doing better without him. So apparently Dramageddon 1 was really true. I discovered Leshin. He was trashing Rich, so I tuned that out. Those kids would be rich. Those kids would be rich, yes. What about Jeffree gave the Get the Blue purse to Trisha, then he gave it to Rich, a shade? Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't know why you would offer a gift to somebody else and then give it to somebody else. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, you could have got them both the same gift. Do you have any pets? I'd be surprised if you. I do not. I'm not allowed to have pets in the place that I live, unfortunately. But if I did, I mean, I would. I've always, growing up, we always had a cat and a dog, and we always got them together, so they grew up together, so that way like they didn't fight and they loved each other and all that fun stuff. So when I have the ability to get a pet, I will definitely be getting like a cat and like a kitty and a puppy at the same time, which I know is a lot of work to deal with both of those at the same time, but I want them to grow up together. Drama videos brings in views. I'm not the judge YouTubers for talking about it if YouTube is their main income. Yeah, I mean, if that's what he wants to do and talk about, and that's all, that's that's what he can do. I just read in the comment section that Sanders harassed Jenna Marbles off YouTube. I don't think so. Excuse me, I don't know anything about that. Jeffree saying Trump is bad and does racist and disgusting things. Bye bye, miss me with that BS. Mm-hmm. Jeffree has people doing all this dirty work. I just know it. Oh yeah, like I'm waiting to see if some random people start coming out with some stories. Like, okay, we just saw Cole at Jeffree's place. Now is Cole going to come out with some random video exposing somebody for something that happened in the past? We shall see. What do you think of Ant's quick read at the end of drama channels being on the horizon? I have not had a chance to watch that yet, Kate. But I think he just said, to think about rebranding. I mean, in my videos, I just basically put out the facts and I share my opinion. I share the tweets, I read the screenshots, and I share what I think about everything. So, I mean, if for some reason YouTube tries to do away with that, then I guess I'll have to try to figure out a different direction. But I mean, YouTube is not my main source of income. So if for some reason my channel gets taken down or demonetized or something for whatever reason, and if I want to rebrand it into doing something else, then, I'll do that. But I mean, I don't think that they'll do anything with it. I think that maybe people might get tired of drama channels. But I think they're going to get tired of the drama channels that are just over exaggerating things, that are annoying, or that get caught lying about things. I think maybe that's what's on the end of the horizon, where people are going to just start really paying closer attention to what people are saying and then go from there. I don't know. That's what I was thinking when I saw that. Hey, sorry, arrived late. How are you doing? Oh, no, not you, Siri. Stop. I knew you weren't feeling good through that. I am feeling a lot better, Shay. Thank you. Manny isn't saying anymore. I used to watch him before Dramageddon. His channel is so much better than. His channel is so much better than. His channel. You liked his channel before or after? I don't know how anyone can like to watch Without a Crystal Ball. I watched her once. And all I got were Mean Girl vibes. I haven't seen any of her videos. Somebody told me to go check out her channel once, and I haven't seen any. I love Minnie's makeup line. He does damn good makeup. Hey, Bonnie. Who is Ant? Ant is Aphrodite. He's a pop culture psychic here on YouTube. And Rich Lux is supposed to be neutral. No, I don't think Rich has ever said that he was neutral when it comes to Jeffree Star. At least people know he's not neutral. I mean, we all know that he's friends with Jeffree, or friendly with Jeffree, whatever you want to say. I watch you for the facts. I watch Nick and Rich because they make me laugh. That's it. Laura, are you trying to say I don't make you laugh? No, that's fine. I mean, I don't come on here and try to be super funny. I just come to give you guys what I see and just share my opinion on things. Riches and Lexi's dust. I liked Manny's channel before. Yeah, and I mean, people's channels will change over time. So, because then that's why, as you go through it, you progress, you do different things in your life happen that, change you, which then will affect your channel. And then, You know, everyone's channel is going to change over time. Just like when Gabby was complaining about like her channel like not doing good and stuff. It's like, you know what? Like it goes up and down. Like it's not a guaranteed thing that every video that you put out is going to get 5 million views and land you on the trending page. Like everything on YouTube goes up and down. So, you know, that's just a fact of YouTube, and that's just a fact of life in general. Like not everything just keeps going steadily up and great. Everything has ups and downs in life. I watch Rich. I watch Rich because he is funny and not for real tea. I watch Nick for that. I saw it on Twitter. Ant said that there's a big influencer starting litigation because drama channels are damaging their mental health, and YouTube doesn't want to be involved or held responsible. Oh, well, YouTube will flat out just deny any responsibility and say, well, that's on that person. That's not on us. So I doubt that YouTube will even get involved. You're so great. Oh, well, thank you, Tonisha. Watch out, the Gabby stands will come for you. I mean, they already did. And Nick gave me the best advice. Like, just post your newest video as like a reply underneath every single reply they did. So like I probably posted that video probably like 60 times under somebody's reply. Hey, Kayla. We used to watch Manny before the drama, but now I barely do. I just follow his Twitter and occasionally watch a video. I do think he's grown from all the drama. I used to like Rich until I realized he's a scripted character and he plays his own narrative. I mean, a lot of like, I feel like channels on YouTube usually are, you know, an amplified character of who they are. I mean, I don't know Rich personally, but I could see him acting the way he does on camera in real life. I mean, I could see it. I mean, does that mean it's true? No, but I feel like he could act that way. Bye, Millie. Have a good night. I wonder why all the Gabby stans are doing now that she left social media. Are they stalking her now? Oh, they're probably all just over on Discord. I mean, they're probably all in Discord in a little group, getting everything ready, typing away, trying to figure out like what their next plan is. And Gabby's probably telling them to pay attention to the drama channels and make sure that if they spread any false information or lies, even though it's all true, to make sure that they spread the truth. It's like, no. But it's funny how all of that stuff comes out about her like hanging out with Curtis and like all this other stuff. Was it Jen Dent who was supposed to be releasing a video about Tana? No, not Tana. About Gabby. And I think Jessie was going to do another video about Gabby. And surprise, surprise, like she up and leaves YouTube because she doesn't want to deal with it. YouTube would be subpoenaed, he said, something like that. I mean, but let's be honest, though. Who has more money to fight any kind of lawsuit or any kind of information? YouTube or a random influencer? I mean, YouTube would just hold them up in court for years until they go bankrupt, and then they can't proceed with anything. I mean, that's what I see happening. But here's the thing, though, too, is that if, like, say somebody does, if that person has ever said anything negative about anybody in one of their videos or anything, then I'm sure that will be turned around and used against them and be like, okay, well, what you're claiming people are doing to you, you have done to other people. So you have no grounds for a case. Because I could understand if it's like one channel so let's say it's about Gabby, and let's say it's just like one channel who has posted nothing about negative videos about Gabby. No other creators, nothing, just all attacking Gabby. Then I could say, okay, then that channel would be a harassment channel. But if it's any other commentary or drama channel where, yeah, you might post, 3, maybe 4 videos in a row, depending on like what the topic is, or maybe, something blows up and you're like, okay, well, here's what's going on. And then so-and-so responds to Gabby, and then Gabby responds to so-and-so. So you have like a back and forth in a couple videos. I wouldn't consider that harassment. That would be updating. But if it's just like one channel who did nothing but post negative things about one person over and over again, then maybe you could have that channel taken down. But there's no way that they can do it across the whole community of people, I believe. Rich makes me laugh. I'm political nerd and I need a break from the stress. I love Dustin. Jennifer, I think Ian was talking about her being the one suing YouTube. Okay, of course she's suing YouTube. Well, and let's be honest, if she's suing YouTube, again, who's going to have more money? This influencer slash creator on YouTube or YouTube? So this Aphrodite guy, legit. So is this Aphrodite? Yeah. Anna has predicted a lot of things that have come true. 100%. The thing though is like when you watch his new videos, like you have to go back to them like after something breaks out, like 3 to 6 months later, and go back like, okay, yeah, he was right. But you could watch a current video and be like, okay, let's keep an eye out for this. Or if anything shady starts happening, you can use it as a reference. Anna's made a few predictions that turned out to be pretty accurate, especially Dramageddon 2 last year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that girl needs major therapy. She's so narcissistic. I don't know if therapy will help her. Oh my god, tantrums and me complex is like my ex. I have a video working in the works, Jennifer, that I need to record. That is basically outlining everything that Gabby Hanna is doing and how she is manipulating everybody. To be honest, Gabby has always come off as annoying and entitled to me. I never really liked her, even her Vines. I didn't watch like any of her Vines. I never watched any of her videos. I think the first time that she kind of popped up on my radar was when her monster meme came out. But I'm also not like, 3, 5, 10 years into the drama game. I'm only like a year. Really, this coming up this September, October is when I finally started posting on a regular basis. So really, I've only been doing this regularly for like a year. Cute haircut. Well, thank you, Neil. I think Nick and Dustin and Rich are all totally different and offer a different vibe. I 100% agree. I love Nick and Dustin's podcast. I did listen to the podcast too, and I thought it was really good. So if you guys want to check out their podcast, that's on Patreon. It is, I think is it $5 or is it like $4.99? I'll have to message or like tweet at them and ask them like how often they plan on putting out a new podcast, but I would assume it's going to be weekly. So I think, if they do it weekly, $5. So you think that's $1.25 a week for a podcast? I think it's pretty good. 9 p.m. Oh, perfect. We'll go about another 3 minutes because I was late today, but thank you for keeping me on track, Kate. I have no idea who Gabby is. Sounds like I'll keep that way. Good choice. She's probably in here watching the live stream. See if we talk about. She could be, but I feel like if she was, she would be typing and letting me know she's here. Every sign points to Gabby. Every sign points to Gabby points to her being a narcissist. I was in a relationship with one. I can spot one. She is one. Watch the Gabby tries to sing for 5 minutes. Oh my god, I don't know if I could last 5 minutes. Like the live y'all. P.S. Have a great night. P.S. Gabby Hanna's trash. Thanks so much, Kate. It's $5. Okay. They said weekly. Okay. Clearly, I don't pay attention very well. So, hey, Elizabeth. I assumed it was going to be they were going to upload weekly. But yeah, so it's $5 a month for the access to the Patreon, and they should be getting a podcast up weekly. Oh, you haven't heard It Sucks Until You've Heard Me Sing. I teach pups how to howl. Hey, vlogging. Also, I'm glad you're feeling better. Well, thank you so much, Chloe. Me too. I don't know if it was like something I ate or like what the deal was, but like, I just wasn't feeling good on Tuesday. And I came home, I slept, and literally like slept all day after I got off work. And I woke up at like 7:44 a.m., which is good because I needed to be to work by a minimum of 8:30. And I didn't set an alarm. So it's a good thing that I woke up, but I probably slept for about 14 hours. So her music isn't that bad, to be honest. I'm just not a fan of her. Clarifying $5. Clarifying is $5, and they're doing it once a week. Okay. I listened to the Trisha Paytas. I've listened to Trisha Paytas sing. How people think she's talented. They must be tone deaf. Well, I mean, she's got that auto tune. Good night, Kathy. Feel better. It's Mad Out time. All right, Lori. Have a good night. There's so much better. But the difference is Trisha knows she's not a great singer. Gabby thinks she's the next Lady Gaga. I agree, Jennifer. All right, everybody. Well, that brings us to our 2 hours. So thanks for coming to hang out. If you are new here and you enjoyed the stream, definitely go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon and set your notifications to all so you'll be notified of the next time that I go live. I usually do these on Tuesdays, but I wasn't feeling good this Tuesday, so I pushed it to Thursday. And then I will have my next video up hopefully in the next couple of days. I also go live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, that link is down in the description. It's free to come follow me on Twitch. And we basically do the same thing here where we chat and you watch me play video games as I chat. And it's a little, even more laid back because it's not as busy with people. So definitely feel free to come and check us all out and hang out with me on Twitch as well. It's a good time. But thanks again, everybody. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys all next time. All right, bye.